The French dip from Firehouse Subs is here for a limited time. Piled high with premium roast beef, caramelized onions, and melty cheese on a freshly toasted garlic butter roll. Every French dip is served with warm, savory au jus for dipping. This melty French dip is only at Firehouse Subs for a limited time, so head to your nearest Firehouse Subs or order on the app and try the French dip before it's gone. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last.
That's right.
That's right.
It's Thursday Thunder, and it's presented by DraftKings. DraftKings. The crown is yours. Tony, in for JuJu. What do we got?
All right, I am in for JuJu today. He has given me a multi-leg parlay for Thursday Thunder tonight. We're going to start all the legs are in the association tonight. First leg, Cade Cunningham over 23.5 points tonight.
Ooh.
The Pistons play the Suns. You know about them Suns, Az?
Yeah.
Decent?
Yeah, like Dylan Brooks doing his thing. You know, they're a decent team, yeah.
Sneaky decent team.
Yeah.
All right, second leg, Anthony Edwards over 2.5 made threes tonight. They play the Thunder.
All right.
Minnesota OKC, nice little game.
Yeah.
Nightcap, 9:30 tonight. OKC minus 6.5 is the third leg. So JuJu's got the Thunder minus 6.5. In the Denver and Brooklyn game, we got Bruce Brown over 7.5 points.
Okay.
Brooklyn, a team to watch in all these trade situations. Facilitators, they have like 26 picks that they can send out over the next two years. And also, last leg of the parlay, Ron Holland over 6 points. So that's Cade over 23.5 and over 2.5 made threes. OKC minus 6.5 against Minnesota. Bruce Brown over 7.5, and Mike's favorite player, Ron Holland, over 6 points. So that is Thursday Thunder. Also, the reason why I am doing it and JuJu is not, it's because he's talking to Brianna Stewart for Good Follow. So big interview
that's a huge
for
interview.
JuJu with Stewie.
Check that out.
Check that out. I think it's coming out later today, if not tonight. And then we've got also Alley Oop with him and Trista Crick. So check out all the things that JuJu's doing. Good Follow and Alley Oop. Go check it out.
There's not a bigger interview in sports right now, potentially, than Brianna Stewart. That's an amazing get.
What about Giannis?
I'm not sure I agree with that, but
What if you had Giannis, though? What if you got Giannis?
I'm talking about, well, what she's going to say about what's going on off the court, I think, will be really impactful as well.
Okay.
So that's going to be a great conversation.
Jeremy, I saw Nick Wright doing a thing yesterday on First Things First where he's just like, all the scenarios. These are places Giannis could go. This is the package it would take from this team and that
he
team.
stole that
stealing
from
from
you.
me.
But the Heat, not even mentioned. So,
No,
like, are they actually in this?
Yeah, every single report says that they're in it. Most of the reporting right now with Shams and the folks at The Athletic, I believe it was Sam Amick who brought it up earlier, the main four teams that are in conversation
Just my gimmick.
are the Heat, the Knicks, the Warriors, and the Timberwolves. The position that the Wolves and the Knicks are in right now is that they'll need to use players to create capital, because all of the reporting from Shams and others is that Milwaukee is more interested in young, dynamic players and future draft picks. They're not trying to just turn themselves into what they are right now with Giannis, which is like a mediocre team with veterans. So they're trying to acquire as much draft capital and as many young players as possible. What the Heat can offer at the moment is just 2 first-round picks alongside Kel'el Ware and a package of other young players.
Well, and by the way, it's 2 first-round picks with the first one not being until 2030, which I don't care even if you think the Heat are going to be shit by then. That's very difficult to sell your fan base.
It's difficult to sell your fan base. It's also like first-round picks are just a thing that works in theory. The Bucks are going to have a very high pick this season, so they will have theoretically the next building block of their franchise. And if you're bringing that guy in alongside Kel'el Ware, potentially, whether it's Jaime Jaquez or anybody else, you're creating a young core and then potentially using those picks to get others. But the biggest thing right now is that the Warriors have the best deal straight up at this deadline if no one is to involve anybody else and make other moves, in that they would be able to
They have the best deal in regards to draft picks.
In regard to draft picks.
And
they can
offer, though. Hold on. And offer a player.
Well,
Kalel, no.
No, they have what they can offer.
Because they can offer Jimmy.
Yeah, but he's not going to play for the remainder of his contract.
But that's what the
He would
Bucks
never
want,
suit
though.
up for Milwaukee.
That's what the Bucks want. That money to switch out and then to have nobody playing for them so they can be terrible.
But that's a contract, for what it's worth, that is a contract for next season as well, that if they want to have him eat up that salary, they can. The flip side would be that the Heat can offer them a combination of both players that have one more year, whether that's Andrew Wiggins or Tyler Hero, or guys who expire this year, so they can start building the roster the way that they would like for the future. What the Warriors can do, and it's a question of whether or not they'll be willing to do it if Giannis doesn't say that he will commit there long term, because that's a separate conversation. But what they can do is offer Jimmy Butler's money, Jonathan Kuminga to take on both Kyle Kuzma and Giannis, maybe include Brandon Podziemski.
Why are you
but
making
they
a
can
face?
offer 4 first-round picks and 3 pick swaps in a way that the Heat can only offer 3 pick swaps with their 2 first-round picks and a couple of young prospects that are already in the game.
Just get it done. Enough of this shit.
Well, but they're
It's
okay.
5 years of this.
I think the Wolves are out.
Yeah, just
I'm going to
get
say
the
that
Wolves-
right now.
just get it done.
I'm going to report that right now. Wolves are
Get
out.
the guy. Come on, Pat.
They're working
Get
to
the guy.
it. They're working on it.
I'm
the
with
guy.
you. Get the guy, because
They're working on it.
by my count, this would be just the second time. Like, we could talk about, they weren't able to close the deal for Durant. Well, they didn't offer nearly enough. They weren't able to close the deal with Lillard. They didn't offer nearly enough. By my count, this will be just the second time in the history of this franchise that they will essentially push all of their chips to the table and say, what do you want?
That's what they're
the
gonna
only
do.
other time was Shaq. That's the only other time, they held back Dwayne Wade and said, here's everything else. Pick what you'd like. They'll be doing that here.
Yeah, they're
as
ready
well.
to do that. And the question will be whether the Warriors can one-up them on draft picks and whether or not that's what the Bucks would like. Like, if you look at Kel'el Ware, he's probably the best young player.
Well,
that
certainly
they will
Spo
be
playing him
offering.
7 minutes
No.
last night. That helps, the value, trade value.
He's coming off of a hamstring thing. That's a separate conversation. But the big thing for the Heat that can get them to the place where they can make the offer that is the best offer is if they can find a way in maneuvering one of these other players to get a 2027 pick back to their roster and convince Charlotte to convey the pick that they traded them in the Terry Rozier deal to 2027. That unlocks the Heat's ability to offer 4 first-round picks as well.
Yeah.
And that becomes a whole other conversation.
Yeah, then you're
so
in it.
those minute details, if you see the Heat make a move to acquire a pick for 2027, or you see the Heat make a move where they're swapping second-round picks and getting
move before the
Charlotte
move.
to unlock, that is the move before the move.
Move before the move.
It's called a precursor.
All right, I need that.
Chris, give us a couple poll updates.
Yeah, I got
here.
2 polls from today. Most rewatchable show. So I guess they're playing the game we're playing of keep it light.
All right.
And the other one is The Sopranos really funny. 60% say yes.
It is.
Yeah, it's a funny show.
Oh,
Yeah, especially if you like stereotypes.
Pauly.
rest in peace.